Okay, today it's going to be all about functional movement. So the idea is the older we get, the more we can go from sit to stand. The transfers get a little bit difficult. So I'm all about activating the proper muscles in your ankles and your hips and your core and your shoulders to make sure that we're able to move from space to space, right? In a functional manner, in a very efficient way. First, what I want you to do, have your hands on your hips. Get your toes and heels together, okay? We're going to balance on 2 feet. We're going to learn to do that. So all I want you to do is really engage the core, and you're going to come high up on your toes, keeping those heels together. So it's a Y, and back down. Good. You're going to go ahead and inhale all the way up, and see if you can stay there, high up on your toes. High, high, high. And down. Good. Inhale all the way up, come high up on your toes, and back down. Good. And again, come high up on your toes, hold it, hold it, hold it, and down. So we're going to do 3 more. Go all the way up. Some days you're going to feel a little bit more challenged, and down. Good. 2 more. Inhale up. Keep the heels together, toes together, knees together, everything locked in, core activated. See if you can stay there, and down slowly. And last one, inhale. And I believe the aging process, right? All these things go to the wayside. So just doing this alone, it can make you sweat and huff and perhaps humbling, but that's all okay, because you have to start somewhere. Sometimes as you go through our alkaline program, some of the functional movements and some core activations and such is going to humble you in a way you felt like you weren't lacking in that department, but we're going to expose some things, so that's a good thing, so that we know to be aware and to change things a little bit, right? So you're going to go ahead and come high up on your toes, sink your left heel down, and then bend your right knee, right? And without sinking the left hip down, right? I want you to really stand on this left foot and bring your right knee up. So what typically happens is that we sink into our hips. I don't want that. I want you to really stand on this left hip. And it's a lot more challenging than you think. Keeping the core activated, everything is nice and level. A lot of the times what happens is our pelvis kind of rotates. We call it pelvic nutation. We have an up slip, down slip, in flare, and out flare. These are all physical therapy terminologies, but we have a lot of dysfunctions in the pelvic area. And this is the powerhouse. So if this is offset, a lot of people have a difficulty and we end up developing postural scoliosis, which can lead to other things, right? So I know that your foot is burning. What I want you to do is create this internal rotation in this left hip and really press down into the inner arch of your left foot to create that nice and balance, right? It's harder than you think, right? And then slowly bring your right foot down. Good, good job. And shake it out a little bit and come high up on your toes again. Sink your right heel down, bend your left knee. Bring this up, toes up. And stay nice and tall, and let's just talk about this. Rotate internally, the right hip this time, and really press down in through the inner arch of your right foot. Left knee, bend at 90 degrees, ankle at 90 degrees, and stand nice and tall. And stay in this position. Nice and tall, and keep staying. And slowly bring this foot down. Right, shake it out. This time what I want you to do is come high up on your toes. Sink your left heel down, and right leg is going to lift up. We're going to reach back into a lunge. What I don't want is a hyper arch, this hip going down in any way. So be very much aware and really ground your feet. Preferably this exercise should be done on a yoga mat. Standing nice and tall, really getting your core active. You're going to go ahead and dip all the way down and back. Being very mindful of your posture. Everything stays together. Nice and slow, and back up. And if you can tap your knee, for me I have to widen my stance to make sure my left knee does not go in front of the left toes, right? So I want this knee to stay behind the toes. Tap and go up. So 4 more. Exhale and inhale. And exhale and inhale. And exhale and inhale. So I'm staying high up on my right toes, really firmly rooted on my left foot. So from here, you're going to really grab the mat with the left foot and functionally, very efficiently, get your mind together because we're going to step. We're going to bend the left knee and step the right foot back next to the left foot. Right? So go high up on your toes again. Sink your right heel down, bend your left knee up off the mat, and then step it way back and get that distance right to ensure that when you squat down all the way, that the right knee does not go past the right toes, right? So, and then the hip is nice and level, and keep this nice and square, right? So you're gonna go ahead and squat down all the way down and back up. Exhale down 2, and inhale up, and 3, and up, 4, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. This is a lot of core exercise as well as it's a functional movement, right? 7, because it's a dynamic test for how well your muscles are moving in a plane of motion that is consistent with proper activation and alignment in all the joints that's involved, right? Efficiently. So right now, get your bearings on your right foot, because now I want you to activate everything and bring the left foot next to the right. And if you are one of those who couldn't do that right now, be humbled, and then you can keep practicing, right? So I think that's enough work for you. Just keep doing the reps and make sure you continue to get better and better. I promise you, the more you do it, the better you're going to